on, transition. Okay. Come on now. Shoot. Think it's a game. Come on. Transition. How y'all doing? Hey. Just trying something different. Just trying a little something different. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all ready. Because the three subjects that we're talking about today that I want to talk about, beyond whatever it is that you guys want to talk about, is pretty heavy on opinions, heavy on just heavy. Okay. And everyone's talking about it. So I wanted to just really jump into the conversation and get y'all opinion. I'm going to drop the link. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Cam up, all that good stuff. So, hey, how y'all doing? Oh, pool update. I wanted to give you guys a pool update. Let me scooch up. I feel so short when I'm in this chair. But anyway, I want to give y'all a pool update, but I don't have a picture. So I have to get y'all a picture later and I'll put it on my community tab. But the deck is finished. The tile on the outside is finished. And then today the guy came and he put in the, thank you. He put in the inside tile. So now we have a pool, but it's so funny because I'm like, okay, when are y'all going to get y'all trash out? It's like every phase that comes in and does their thing, I feel like they leave something behind, like a cup or something. So the pool is looking a little, it's like nice on one side, but the actual pool on the inside, child, is still need work. But it's getting there. So I think we're actually at inspection time where they inspect to make sure that you have all your safety stuff, the wiring is correct, the city comes out, make sure we have the alarm on our sliding glass door, all of that kind of stuff. And then they do the last thing. So y'all, as y'all know, I live in Arizona, so it is actually possible for us to get a dip. We will be swimming by November for sure. So we're super excited about that. My day has been very good. Let me see. I was supposed to go to the gym, but then I got a phone call and y'all already know how that went. I didn't go. So I'm going to go after this live. Shout out to all my people that are on their intermittent fast grind. Y'all, I need to get back on it. Like, I need to get on it. But you know, the snacks are taking over and everything. So yeah, y'all, I got to get on it though. And I still haven't forgotten about the accountability group that you guys asked for, where, you know, we just kind of be accountable to each other. Like, hello, did you gym today? What did you do? So yeah, before I go into a little recap and a little shout out to all my single ladies, I got something for you guys, so stay tuned. But before I do that, I want to greet everybody, say my hellos. Royalty Queen was showing up early. Hey, queens and kings. Yes, shout out to all the brothers. My little brother, Trash Can Waves. What the funk? Even the lead attorney coming in and peeking in. I think he's still on his live. Like, he's gonna run a marathon today, which is fine because I have a treat. Well, not a treat. I'm gonna use something from his live today to kind of set something off about the R. Kelly thing. But anyway, Shatika, hey girl, blessings to all, blessings to you too. I hope this live finds you guys at peace. I hope y'all ready to laugh. I hope y'all ready to have respectful conversation. Let's get the conversation going, okay? Shannon, Black love you, Black hearts. Ladies, mod extraordinaire. Good morning, young lady. Good morning. Well, good day, young lady. Hey. Hello, everyone. Y'all go ahead and make sure you check out Trash Can Waves. He has a channel. The hair is fly. Thank you. It's let me see. Let me show y'all. So normally we're running in Arizona. Usually when I show you guys the temperatures for the week, it's running like 102, 105, 115, 100 and whatever. And so your hairstyles kind of match what the weather is. And so I try to keep my hair braided and stuff like that, but I keep it up or whatever. But when it turns to, let me make sure I'm not doxing myself. But when the weather gets like that, oh, there we go. My light is going. 92, 86, 87. Oh yeah, we can do the braids for sure. But we're still in shorts and flip-flops. That's how we roll around here. So yeah, thank you. Superstar Graham, hello, hello. Monica, hey, Monica, I know you ready. I know you ready, girl. Listen, while I'm doing my introduction and stuff, cam up. Love that hair on you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, y'all, I'm 48 years old, and so that's not the point. The point is, the first time that I've ever worn my hair in any type of twist, locks, or anything was last year. I've always done braids. How crazy is that? But I think, with the butterfly locks and the flow locks and the all this other stuff, when that came out, it kind of just popularized and made it easy to do your own locks and faux locks and stuff like that. Because in my defense, we didn't have that, and I wasn't going to actually lock my own hair. But I love this style. It's so convenient, but it's hell to put in, and sometimes can be hell to take out. So thank y'all for the kind words. Lakeisha, hey girl, good to see you. And Monica is waving. I'm calling on you, Monica. And let me tell you right now what I'm calling on you for.
The reason it sounds like it doesn't apply here is that you're just dealing with people who are more mature.
Right.
The next day.
Single ladies, the men are speaking. Specifically, What the Funk Is This had a lot to say. Big Guy Journey, you also, shout out to you also. You guys gave great commentary, great questions, great feedback on that video. But now I'm calling out the ladies. I want to hear from the single ladies because it's nice to get the men's perspective, but I want to put together a panel where you both have a respectful conversation to just air out some things, get an understanding, chop it up a little bit, and hopefully, maybe, there'll be a matchmaking going on there as a result. So yeah, y'all, chime in. I'm going to link my email below if you are single and you're interested in joining in the panel. Yes, you have to cam up. Yes, you need to make sure that your beautiful face is live. And we're just going to have a doggone discussion about everything that What the Funk brought up, Big Guy Journey, and whatever else I have in my little noggin. So if you're interested in joining this panel and you're every bit of single, leave me an email or a comment below. Thank you. See you soon. Thank you. See you soon. So y'all, that's the challenge here. You guys asked, how do I know that he is the one? How do I know she's the one? And we've been having really, really great conversations. Good news, Kiera and Blind Guy, his wife, and Tap will be back. We're just working on a time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, catch my recent live. It's going to be linked down below in the description box. But it's the one where it's the men's perspective. And then 2 or 3 Sundays ago, we did the women's perspective. And so that conversation was so great Sunday that when we clicked off and we were all in the green room, I promise you, we were talking for a good 2 hours after. And then the husbands went because they had to go to work or wherever they were going. And then we started talking some more. So it was a great conversation. But What the Funk brought up some really, really good points that was interesting. I wasn't necessarily, not necessarily whether we agree or disagree. Everybody did not agree. But it was just really good conversation. And I think if we get this panel together, ladies, you'll be able to kind of voice what your frustrations are, because I hear you. I see you. I see your posts. And I just think that I ain't gonna lie, like listening to the men on the panel, leave a thumbs up. I just think it's a maturity issue. I honestly do. I think the ladies are at a place where some of the men are not, but we're going to talk about it. So that's that. So what else do I have for y'all? Nothing for now. Let's get into the first subject, the first story. So who's first? Miss Kelly Price. Let me move over some. I'm so exhausted with her and this whole situation. Let me turn my mic a little bit. I'm going to pose a question when I'm done talking about it, because we all pretty much know what was going on here, unless you were living under a rock. I should definitely join. Thank you. I'm going to hold you to it. Hello, everyone. Yes, you should definitely join. And my mod extraordinaire, she is going to join. She just don't know it yet. And if you watch the video, I know if I heard some of the things that he was saying and if I was single, oh, I'd be ready to I'd ready to give my opinion. Absolutely. Hey, Pam. So anyway, y'all, unless y'all been living on a rock for the past 5 days, you don't know that Kelly Price was deemed missing. And, as I was researching the story, allegedly the family's like, oh, we haven't heard from her. So now we're going to do a welfare check. And then, allegedly the police go do a welfare check. The boyfriend's not cooperative. Kelly's, at that point, it's national news. It's Inquirer news, so to speak, entertainment news, and she's still not speaking up. And so people are really beginning to be concerned. So vloggers like myself, Larry Reed, Lovely T, everybody was just like, ma'am, like, okay, if you're saying that you're safe, then why don't you chime in and let us know you're okay? Well, I was tuning in to Larry Reed's, shout out to Larry Reed. I was listening to his commentary about this, and the sister called in. The sister calls in, she debunks the whole thing, and she's like, no, I'm gonna drop the thing just in case it's some of y'all want to come on this story or any other story. So anyway, and for today, you don't necessarily have to cam up. I won't hold you to it. I just like to see your beautiful faces. So anyway, so I'm on Larry Reed's thing and live, and the sister chimes in and she's like, look, I don't know who this publicist is. Well, actually, I know the publicist, but we have not physically seen her. We're just hearing from other people. We're hearing from the director. We're hearing from this. All the while, there's rumors and comments all in everyone's lives, on their comment section. Oh, she's on a ventilator. She's dying, and you guys are wanting her to chime in. Like, it was crazy. Okay. It was an absolute media frenzy. All the while, Kelly's like, so the next day passed. The brat comes out in defense, like, you don't know who you're talking about, whatever. And I thought that was weird because I'm like, Brat, basically all the celebs that knew her were now jumping on the bandwagon trying to defend her, and they were going against the family and all this other stuff. It was a hot, funky, moving mess. Then you get breaking news. Kelly Price shows up. Let's take a look. I'm going to share this with y'all. Nope, not file. Kelly Price shows up and everything's okay in the world, I guess she thought. It's saying, oh, snap. Come on. There you go. Let's see what you guys can see. So I'm going to remove, and we're going to get into this because she worked my nerves. All right. So let's see what Miss Kelly says. This thing been buffering since this afternoon. Ad. Sorry. I thought I went through all the ads, but anyway, I have about 47 seconds. So I can talk for 47 seconds. So anyway, Kelly Price comes out, and so many people were offended by her demeanor, what she said, how she said it, and it just felt sort of rude. That's what the vloggers are saying. That's what the family is saying. To the point where a lot of people literally was like, F you, like, no, like, whatever. So I'm going to let you know what my question is, but let's see what Kelly Price said. And of course, this is a very long ad. So anyway, people were really, really concerned about her. And okay, 7 seconds, and let's see what Kelly said.
At some point, they lost me. I woke up some days later, a couple of days later, and the first thing I remember is the team of doctors standing around me and asking me if I knew what year it was.
Wait, when you say they lost you, can you clarify what that means?
Yeah, I died. I died. And the next thing, it was some days later. I remember waking up in ICU, and the doctor asking me if I remember it.
So she's explaining not what happened over the weekend or whatever. She's just saying this happened, a couple of weeks ago or whatever.
It was.
Explaining her COVID diagnosis. I want to kind of fast forward.
Into the hospital. I'd actually had COVID for over a week, but my
I don't want to hear about that.
breathing treatments, giving me my medicine and walking him through administering meds. And
so right here, she's talking about her experience with COVID, recovering. She was at home, walking she had like a teledoctor. Let's keep watching.
When it got to a point, my temperature had raised the hospital. So people were definitely seeing me, the people that could actually throughout the week, which is what happened. Go home with oxygen and have.
This is the part where her family and her fans that really, really were, and the vloggers had a problem with. Here we go.
Home health aides come check on me throughout the week, which is what happened for a period of 4 weeks after being released from the hospital. So people were definitely seeing me. The people that could actually say something are not allowed to because of HIPAA law. But I was being seen several times a week by home health aides after being released on oxygen. And I actually just got my first clean COVID test probably exactly a week ago. So I have what is called long COVID. And I am facing a very uphill battle right now. So I'm gonna cry. I have a lot of rehabbing to do. To do before
all right, cry. Oh no!
Year I've had losing so many people.
All
times of the day and night. I've had that happen.
Oh, okay, wait.
Disturbing my neighbors all times of coming to my house, people ringing the bell, leaving things at my doorstep. Disturbing my neighbors all times of the day and night. I've had that happen. It got to the point, and this wasn't months ago. I literally just left my house maybe a week ago because I couldn't rest there. My doorbell was being rung all hours of the day and night. I turned off everything. I wasn't on social media. It hasn't been 2 months since I've seen my sister. It's been a year. I haven't been in the same room with her since my mother's funeral. Prior to that, hadn't seen each other all pandemic long.
So a lot of vloggers think that that's a play on words. They're thinking that she is like, oh, I haven't seen them. And the sisters, oh, wait, what's happening? What is happening? What is happening here? My disc, I don't know. I'm just going to sit and ride it out. I think I'm frozen. No. Let me check my phone. Thanks a lot, StreamYard. I think I'm frozen. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I thought I was frozen. Okay. So, no, I wasn't frozen the whole time. I had to check on my phone to see if I was frozen. So anyway, let me get back to my head in the game before I get in the comments and see what's up. So basically, I think it was a play on words. It all was weird to me. The fact that when they went to do the welfare check, the boyfriend, now we know is the husband, and no one knew she got married, was being weird, wasn't being cooperative. And I think she was just playing on words. The sister did not say that they saw each other all the time. It still doesn't. What she said was, we text all the time. My sister and I, this is what the sister that called into Larry Reid's show said. So no one said that, they are so lovey-dovey or they're all hanging together or anything like that. This is just weird. And I'm looking at her and I see what she's saying, but that doesn't make sense. So my question is, tell me what you think just in general. But then second of all, I want to know, do superstars on any level, vloggers, no matter what the subscriber count, if you are a public figure on any level, do you owe your family, your fans, just a courtesy, hey, hello, like a smiley emoji, anything to let them know you're okay? Let me know what you think. So for an example, God forbid, because if I disappear, not literally get kidnapped, but if all of a sudden I just don't upload, y'all are going to be looking for me. Heck, y'all be looking for me on Thursdays when I say I'm not going to be here this Thursday. And look, shout out, I will not be here this Thursday, but I'm going to come tomorrow. I think. I ain't going to promise y'all that because I like my days off. But anyway, when I have sports for my kids or whatever, or y'all know if we travel and go out of town, I'm like, I'm not going to be here. And I will still give you guys a video, and never fails. There's someone going, oh my gosh, what's happening? Where's Melissa? Is this live? Is this really her? That whole thing. Like, I would not just disappear and shut down my channel, or, remove myself from social media without explaining to you guys, hey, my season is over. The flip side of that is, what she's not mentioning is her children haven't heard from her. Like, yes, they're adults, 26 and 29, something like that. They're in their late 20s. I think that's weird. And there's a lot of nowhere near that type of star power that she has, but I still feel an obligation to say, hey, I won't be here, or hey, I'm doing well, or whatever. Like, just to disappear, that's not okay. So here we go. Superstar Graham says, Kelly Price is very, very weird. She had to have known that someone put out a missing persons advisory for her, yet she waited to say anything. I think that it was weird for sure for her to disappear. I think it's weird when, when someone that's so vocal on social media, she is one to be known on social media. Who's really on? Tamar's on social media a lot. Who else? Cardi B is on social media a lot. Lil Nas X, like, just different people, and they just automatically they go ghost, and then their family's like, oh, I didn't hear from them or whatever. She would at least send me a text. In the family's defense, that's what they were saying. She would at least send us a text. And I know for me, if someone sent someone here for a welfare check and the husband answers, and then he says, yeah, that was the police, and then to go days before saying anything, how rude. No. Shannon says something is fishy as hell about her just not communicating with even her children. Something rotten in the water. Everybody is thinking the same thing, but this statement that she put out, I'm going to tell you, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. It didn't necessarily rub me the wrong way. It just reeks of, I'm trying to cover up something. Leave me alone. If you've known anybody in any type of dysfunctional or abusive relationship, and I'm not saying that that's what she's in, but I'm just saying it's giving me mind your business. I know what's going on. Mind your business. Because yes, you have COVID. People know that you have COVID. No one's ringing your doorbell to the point where you have to leave. And if they are, girl, that was not it, but okay. Lord Jesus, did they clone poor Kelly? That's what people are saying. They like, Kelly is not okay. Kelly Price has been rude. Superstar says this is nothing new. A lot of people say this is not new. The vloggers are saying that, because honestly, I don't follow her on social media. So a lot of people are saying Kelly is one of those, like, yes, Tamar, she's one like Cardi B that will be in the vlogs, be in the comment section going off, period. So this is not like her to continue that social thing. 50 Cent is like that. Nick Cannon, like, there's a lot of people that will clap back. Chris Brown, certain people. So to be completely opposite, that's it's not a reason to just disappear. I seen her on R&B Divas. I'm just glad she's okay. Absolutely, Royalty Queen. I think we all are glad that she's okay. But I wanted to bring the conversation because, number one, I wanted to get your reaction on once she finally spoke out. But then number two, does she owe anybody, honestly, does she owe anyone an explanation as to where she was? The truth of the matter is, what I see, well, even from me, I didn't need to know about COVID. I didn't need to know about her breathing, her long haulers, none of that. Just wave a white flag, show your face as a fan. Because here's my thing. You owe, in my opinion, you have a responsibility to your fans. Because you are Kelly Price because of your fans. So just like when you have PR and you drop music and everybody got to buy it and you want people to click, like, view, share, and all of that, when you're well and putting out music, the same thing goes when they're wondering where you're at. That's my point. My friend met her and he was so excited. He said, "Oh my God, I love you." She said, yeah, whatever. So he now refers to her as Jelly Price. They said she's that rude. That's just, so to me, this is par for the course. Her reaction is exactly, it shows her character. I've heard rumors about her weight loss surgery. She got addicted to pills, but don't know how true that is. But yes, let me do this right here real quick. Yes, I want to say Tasha K is one person that was really vocal about that. Of course, I don't know anything about that, but yes, that's what they're saying. She on some stuff. This is when I was frozen. I'm no longer. My version. Look at 927, 54 years. Okay. Thank you, Frank Shot Pearson. But right now we're talking about Kelly Price, not R. Kelly. Hello, Soul Sister and Soul Family in the chat. Hello. Good to see you. It keeps freezing on my end. I don't know. It was overheating, I think, or something. Or you know how you hear the computer thinking or whatever. So it was kind of doing that. And then, but I kept talking. It's okay. I know my mom better call me every 24 to 36 hours or I'm coming with the army. Okay, same thing. Like I thought about it. Did I speak to my mom yesterday? But I definitely called her today. And my kids already know, like, especially the ones that live outside our house. Like, no, pick up the phone. Like, no. And it's the same thing. If they don't hear from me after a while, because sometimes, you know, if you have older kids, you know that game you play. Like, you know, I want to see if they're going to call me, that type of thing. But no, not months. And her kids have not heard from her in months. Something is not right. Yes, I think we're dealing with attitude. Absolutely. But the flip side of that is the boyfriend's behavior was suspicious even to the people doing the welfare check, allegedly. Definitely a cover up, and it's something to do with him. I think so too. And unfortunately, like I said previously, if you know someone that's been in a situation like this, been in a relationship, you know, and I told y'all this, I don't know, a couple of live streams ago. If someone wants you to seclude yourself from your family and friends, that is a red flag, ladies and gentlemen, because it goes both ways. Men can be in abusive relationships as well. If someone is asking you to, you know, not keep in touch and all of that, y'all, that's not cute. It's really not cute. The boyfriend, abuse, and pills. That's it, Monica. So, you know, let's talk about this aspect. Does she owe her fans an explanation as to where she was at? Because people were really concerned. Really concerned. So does she owe people an explanation, not necessarily a medical explanation, but a wave emoji, a thumbs up or something? Did she owe the people something? Let's talk about it. And so, yes, I said, yes, she did. Let me know. So it looks like we all have she should apologize. It doesn't sound like she's got that kind of character. It doesn't seem like she's about that apology life from what I hear about people. And for those of you that are just coming in, we're talking about Miss Kelly Price and the strange behavior over the past couple of days. And then finally, when she finally came out, how her apology looked, all of that. So that's what we're discussing. And a lot of people are saying, like, literally, F you, like literally, not even, you know, meaning in any old kind of way. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, sis, you owed it to your people to give an apology. I think she did, for sure. For sure. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. right now. Do it. So if you're watching on Facebook, any of the streaming platforms, hey, how you doing, y'all? So this is our first story. We're going to hit 3 unless the stream goes awry and we start talking about other stuff, which also happens. But yeah, y'all, if you're catching a replay, go ahead and hit the like button, share, subscribe. But more importantly, like I always say, don't just subscribe, like for real. This is a very interactive channel. A lot of my energy, a lot of who I am depends on what's happening in the chat and what's happening when people cam up and we talk about it. So make sure you hit the like button. If you saw the commercial early on talking to the singles, trying to tell you, the guys are ready. And I'm already holding some of you guys to the fire to come in. Monica, leave a thumbs up if you're one of the ones. I know Shannon said she was going to come in. And my mod is going to come in and let me know. So anyway, it's just weird and arrogant that people were so concerned. And that's the reply speaks many. It's just weird and arrogant that people were so concerned and that the reply speaks many volumes. Yes. I see what you meant. I thought you, at first when I read it, I thought you were saying that it's weird that people were concerned. Yeah, it was very arrogant. Like new school artists, they're on this power trip versus some of the old school artists where they're like, you know what? I know I am where I am because of you. So let me just tell you, I'm fine. She won't apologize. Pam, I don't think she'll apologize either. Because you know what? If she had the character to apologize, she would have had the character to come out 5 days ago when everyone was concerned. Absolutely agree with you 100%. Since she pulled this weird stunt, now her husband-boyfriend alleged arrest record is not out in the public. Yes, Superstar, I did see that arrest record. Like I said, Larry Reed was talking about some of the things that were rumored and whatever. And he mentioned someone sent it to him, the alleged arrest report, but he was saying that he wasn't sure if it was if it was him or his father. So that's why I didn't talk about it, because nobody knows if it's him, but it's just shady. You know, it's one thing to get married and elope. It's one thing to get married and not tell anybody you're going to get married, but you come back and go, we're married. But to actually get married a year ago, allegedly, and no one knows, there's so many red flags here, ladies. So many red flags. So anyway, the next story, dropping a link. Y'all already know how we do it. Or keep it safe in the comments and I'll read it. Y'all know how I do. I don't have a problem with that at all. But anyway, y'all. What most of America suspected and was curious about and picked up cues about, as you saw them on Instagram, if you follow them, Will Smith has finally come out and said that him and Jada they have an open relationship. Duh. Drop a thumbs up if you already knew that, or thumbs down like, oh my, or give me a shock face if you were actually shocked. I was not shocked. That's narcissistic and toxic relationship. Absolutely. So Will and Jada. So again, like I said, if you follow Will, you've kind of, he's very transparent on social media as far as when they're traveling and different things like that. And so it has been rumored a long time ago. Hold on, y'all. I feel y'all wanting to get to R. Kelly. He's last because I know that's going to be a conversation. But I want to go light, then go back heavy because, yeah. So anyway, Will and Jada, on the heels of the situationship and this and that and all this other stuff, Will finally says, you know what? We have an open relationship. And what I was saying was, I follow Will. And when Will is on vacation, someone who was rumored to be their girlfriend is always with them. Beautiful lady. And so for years, she would be there. And, they always had these extra people on vacation and they were never like another man or whatever. So years ago, I read rumors that one lady, I forgot her name, she was like the extramarital affair person or whatever. Thumbs up. Okay. So yeah, no surprise here. So let me I'm scared to give y'all the article. Because the last time I did, she froze up. Shoot. Anyway, I don't have time for it today, girl. Don't do that to me. So anyway, y'all, this is Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and Will recently did a interview, and that's what come out of it. He confirmed that he and Jada Pinkett Smith have an open relationship and admitted she never believed in He admitted that she's never believed in a conventional marriage, and a year on from that entanglement drama. So first and foremost, after the entanglement stuff, Jada's like, you know what? I'm about this life. And prior to him coming out yesterday, we are hearing rumors about her. Oh, I'm going on 50 or I'm 50 and I want to love for real and all this other stuff. Holly weirdo. April says, hello, everyone. Hey, April. Ooh, I like your avatar. Beautiful. I've heard them say they are in an open relationship. I've never heard them actually say those words. I've heard them insinuate it. I kind of felt like the I hate to say baby mama, but his ex-wife, I feel like she could definitely be a part of all that situation because they are close. At this point, don't nobody care about what Will and Jada relationship. It's been known. At this point, it's just a desperate ploy for attention. Yes, and we're giving them the attention. I don't think anybody was surprised. Will went on an interview. You know, it was a little bit sensationalized when we were on the when they were on the red carpet and he given his face because he all upset. Will stay crying behind Jada. I think it's weird to me because it's not giving me open relationship, but we love each other and we share these people that we're open with. It's giving me open relationship. I don't really like her, but we're together. That's what I feel like. Let me know what it's giving you. Like, it's not giving me poly. That's what I'm saying. It's not giving me poly. It's giving me, we're together. We've been together. It's hard to separate our assets. She goes her way and do whatever. I go my way and do whatever. But we don't do together. That's what it's feeling to me. Will and Jada's relationship is nobody's business but their own. I'm so tired of them. Blessed Reborn Spirit, I agree 100%. That was my next question. Why are you talking about this? Other than what Monica said, it's a publicity stunt. Watch, he's going to have a movie. Willow's going to have a music video, whatever. You know what? If you watched my live the other day when my husband was on and all the husbands were on, and he was going into a story and he was just kind of talking about how, you know, all the men were talking about how they all have at one point messed up in one way or another. And my husband was going into how he loves me, this whole thing. But I stopped him. I was like, whoa. We're still on YouTube. And he was like, what? Not what. He was like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm just saying, be transparent, but just remember, we're still on YouTube. And the thing about it is that, you know, we talked about it afterwards. It's not like, you know, he was going to share anything crazy. Anybody can sort of imagine. It could be anything from one extreme to the other when you've been married almost 30 years. So, but we weren't going to get into it. It's none of nobody's business. Nobody knows. I mean, what is anything sacred? You know, they weren't saying anything to kind of help people or whatever. My thing is, even to my husband, is like, you know what? I don't want anybody to take anything out of context. So just be careful what you say. That was my thing. Not that, you know, we have an open relationship or, you know, he cheated, I cheated or whatever. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that stuff just, you know, there's a way to share without sharing your business. And I didn't know where he was going when he was telling that story. And he was like, no, I got you. This is the internet. So it's the same thing. Like, they get on these interviews and it's like, what can I do to spark controversy? What could I do to get attention this week? And I'm just saying, I'm not willing to sacrifice my children, my marriage for attention. I could, if I want to, exploit. And that's what it feels like. It's giving me exploitation because none of this is new. It's giving me almost like if Queen Latifah allegedly comes out as gay, sis. It's giving me that, like, okay. But also, why are you telling us? Child. Did y'all hear that Sha'Carri Richardson was allegedly coming out as gay? Child, I didn't want to. I was like, I'll wait till she talk about it, because that's something else. She allegedly, a friend talked to a source, talked to a news team, and they were like, hey, she's gonna come out next week. That's what it was. Like, what? Anyway, Jada just nasty and Will stuck because we got kids in history. That's it. That's all. She didn't say that, but that's what I said. That's it. That's all. That's what it's giving me. It's because to me, Jada has never been, I'm not gonna say never, but Jada gives me very in control. You know, they've never been a traditional family. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I don't know why we might have believed it when they first got together, but I don't think so. I don't think we believed it, because once we started seeing the ex-wife around, and that was really weird for us, you know, they were before their time with all of that. And then you see Will on vacation and all these girls, and Jada's not around. Okay, whatever. How open is it truly? If Will don't know, August Asena was in the compound getting healed. Wasn't he getting healed? He was getting healed. How open was it truly? How open is it truly? Because listen, I can't even find that meme of Will looking. Let me see if it's in this article. If it's in an article, I'm going to share it. Because listen, when they was at that red, there it is. When he was at that red table, and I'm not going to share it, because Uncle Will, no, he not my uncle. He my big brother. Big brother Will was looking crazy, and Jada had him looking crazy in them streets. And I think what's happening is what's good for the goose, good for the gander, whatever. I don't know why don't they divorce besides the money? Do you think she's really possessive? Like, oh, ain't nobody else going to be with you type thing. You know what? She did say that on one of the Red Talks, allegedly. She was like, no, you can be way over here. I can be way over there, but no one else is going to be in this situation. I did remember her saying that around the situationship time and all of that. So she might be the type where it's like, you know what? If I can't have you, nobody will. It's so different from what folks did way back in the day, married in the namesake only. It is very different. We're living in a way different time that's really, really mind-blowing to a lot of us. I can't even imagine. And that is one of the topics that I'm going to talk about probably, I don't know, but talking about the subject of work husbands, work wives, sharing your spouse, polyamorous, that type of thing. Reacted to another video that I saw that was very interesting. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm not with Polly, Molly, Collie, and let me add one more, Solly. Not with any of it. Nor is Mr. B with George, Porge, Morge, Forge. He ain't with that either. That's just, I'm not built like that. And I don't even know how someone is built like that. I'm not built with open and you go play. I'm not built for how they say hall passes and all this other stuff. Not built that way at all. And the question really, really comes to my mind when I think about it. I'm like, is she really like that? Like, their relationship has to be gone. Because I don't know. It's just weird. In the true traditional sense of marriage. Like, that is just weird. I'm gonna invite, because y'all doing a whole lot of talking and want me to read. Let's see. LOL, Melissa, I'm from California. I've adapted the Texas way of speaking, and it's so funny when you be reading my comments. I get straight to the point. All gas, no brakes. Period. I think Jada act like that with Will because I've heard rumors Will is bisexual. I forgot about those rumors. You see why I be needing co-hosts? I love it. I love that y'all remind me of stuff because I do remember that. They say half of Hollywood buy everything. August was getting some of that Marvin Gaye asexual. Oh, wait, she didn't say that. Sexual healing from Jada, wasn't she? Young behind. Turned that little boy out. April's laughing at me. April, don't laugh. I'm not built for that. I feel like if we have to bring another person to our relationship, we don't need to be together. And Monica, I'm gonna tell you, I speak to a lot of people, not a lot of people. I've heard of different people who have done that, and it doesn't end up well for the majority of the people. I think the ones that it ends up well, they're just weird anyway. That's just my opinion. But the real people that I know, they're like, it's gonna make or break your relationship. But here's the thing. Me and Vanell talk about this all the time. Me and Mr. B talk about this all the time. And all the ups and downs and ins and outs, that's the last thing I'm thinking of. And we talked about this because we were talking about the video that I'm gonna react to about the work spouses or whatever. But anyway, he was like, "Oh no, bad idea." And that's just on the topic of having a work spouse and someone that you're at work with or whatever. So we talked about it, and I'm like, that's I don't even know if is it an insecurity, or is it just like, no, he's mine? Like, no. And adding another person, how is that supposed to help? If you really want to, if your goal is to be with your one husband and your one wife. Y'all can keep it. I'm not interested. I said it's no different from what folks did back in the day, married for namesake. Yep, I got you. She yelled at, she said, listen, you read that wrong, okay? Those type of relationships can be so dangerous. I have seen a lot of times where someone gets hurt and someone goes to jail. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Someone gets hurt, someone goes to jail, and I don't think that it accomplishes what people think it accomplished. We talked about this. We touched on it very briefly in the men's point of view on finding the one. And when they come back, we want to touch on this a little bit more. Your relationship, there has to be more to you than twerking, sex, BJ, 69, 32, and 33. Like there has to be more to you. And one of the commenters came in and he was like, yeah, but the women, that's why men cheat and this and that and the other. And I talked to my husband about it afterwards, and he said, that's a very immature way to process it. He said, I used to think that. He said, but that's a very, very young, immature way of thinking about marriage and your wife and giving and love and everything. So when your marriage or your relationship is standing the test of time, and whatever test that means, a lot of people, they want to always jump when someone says, oh, I messed up, or I did this, or I did that. Minds always go to cheating. There's so many things between monogamy and cheating that can wreck a relationship. So, and that was my whole point. But the thing is, when it's all said and done, if your ultimate goal is to be with your person, why do you think adding another person, it spices it up, child? And what ends up happening is that third person and the spouse that wanted them there, they usually go be together. Then that's a whole mess. Y'all too much. The first time you allow another individual into your bedroom, you just let the enemy in, and eventually it's going to go south, period. I agree 100%. To each their own. Just don't come over here with that. I don't want it as a suggestion. I don't want it as anything, because I don't see any good coming from it. And I'm just not built that way. I'm just not built that way. I am just not. There's no other way to say it. So yeah. When people say work husband, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, same. It's not a term. You know what? The first time I heard that term, someone I used to work with, she was a female, and she was like, oh, hey, my work wife. And I took at it as we were co-teachers at the time, and we were teaching and stuff like that. Like, hey, there's my friend or whatever. And we spent time together. We all spent time as a team. And so that's what I took it as. But in the true sense of what the implications are, no, he better not have a work wife, and I better not have a work husband. Go get your own files, open up your own door, go get your own coffee, eat by your own dirty self. As a matter of fact, go in the car. Go in your office and close the door. Nobody comes and eat with you. That's why, y'all, I'm not wired. I'm not wired for that at all. Nope. I love the fact that your husband said that's a very immature way of thinking. That is a grown man mindset. Thank you, Monica. It is. And there was a lot of things that, he kind of brought the conversation back, what the funk brings that's why I want to get you guys on the panel as singles, because What the Funk brings his own perspective, but very good points. And I think they're very common points for people that are in your dating pool. And I want to hear the conversation between you guys where you're like, no, because of course we're the old married people that's been married forever. And we're just like, no, that's not it. But again, it was nice to hear from an older gentleman, my husband, telling young buck, like, no, but brother, because like I was trying to impress upon him, first of all, my God, there's got to be more to a man to say, you know what, I'm not going to cheat because of a BJ. Like, that's so stupid. It is an aspect of life. It is an aspect of sexuality. But like I said, men are not monolithic. They don't like the same thing. All women don't like the same thing. So if we continue to approach dating and marriage thinking we all have to like the same thing, you guys are going to continue to be disappointed. My husband, when we first got married, he insisted on buying me flowers. I really don't like flowers. I like them now. Now that I'm older, I can appreciate them more. I don't necessarily like them. But, you know, people thought it was weird. He'd be like, he's like, listen, give her some money to go to the shoe store or come home with them shoes that she want. Listen, he knows his wife. But, you know, people would have you thinking, oh, this, that, and the other. And I didn't get into it. You have to watch the video. Watch the video. It was really, really good questions. And I understand his point. And I understand the lady that was trying to make her point. But the truth of the matter is, to make a marriage work, it's between you two. And keeping that glue and being okay with who you are. If you are a house husband, and society is saying, oh, only punks are house husbands, see how the stream derails, it's completely okay. But if that's what you are comfortable with, then that's what it's going to be comfortable with. You know, I gave an example. I gave the example how when our kids were younger, like we have adults now, but when my kids were younger, dinner at 6 every day. That was on point. Now, he's Emerald Lagasa. I'd be like, babe, what you cooking? And he loves it. Like, he absolutely loves it. If he didn't, you know, he wouldn't do it. So, yeah, my friends, make sure you catch that live. It was a great conversation. Thank you again. Shout out to Blessed Reborn Spirit, because honestly, your question has catapulted, your request for a specific topic to be discussed has been a catalyst for great discussion. We're now on video number 2, and video number 3 is coming up, because those singles, we're waiting on you. We're waiting on you to join. So anyway, absolutely, there has to be more. Plus, everybody ain't right. Everybody is not. Everybody is not. And the thing about it is, like my husband said, and I think I said it, I alluded to it in the video, you know, our bodies change so much, because he wanted to talk about, you know, and I understand he is absolutely right. You know, do whatever it is that you did before you were married to keep your man. Well, the truth of the matter is, you know, I might be able to turn flips, swing here. Listen, the Megan knees are no longer. That is reality, young boy. Like, you know, and I was telling him it's the flip. Like, young guys are very, very selfish. And my husband said that today. And I was like, he said, you know, when he was single, he was selfish. And that's all he thought about. Please, me, as a single man. He said, but you can't be like that in a mature, loving relationship, because it's the reciprocal. You know, I'm just going to sit back and let life happen to me, you know, because I'm the man. Absolutely not. So y'all, it was a really good conversation. We're going to come back. They're already confirming that they want to come back and continue the conversation, because yeah, I want to hear. I definitely want to. I'm definitely going to have the different couples back on, but also I think that you guys will be. It would be great to have some of you guys, single ladies, on here to kind of have the conversation with What the Funk. Big Guy Journey was on there as well, but he wasn't really agreeing with a lot of that. Haha, she said, get your own file. Listen, get your own files. Don't be saving a seat for him when it's time for the board meetings and all that. Get your own, what's that? Uber to the airport. No, don't wait for him. Do not wait for him. Nope. No, ma'am. He knows it too. He's giving you your flowers while you're alive. That's special. Yes. And I do appreciate it now. He really, really, we have a vase and he really goes out and get more vases, but he'll bring them home at least once a week. And as they're dying, he's like, oh, I got to get you more flowers. So it's so sweet. It's so special. So I don't take that from him, even though I'm in, when I was younger, I was like, don't buy me flowers. I really don't like flowers, but I like da 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 da. But, he likes it. He loves to do it and it makes the house pretty and it smells good. So I can't complain. Some women wish they got flowers, weekly or whatever. So yeah. So make sure, translation, don't make me come to that job, period. And he know I will. Like, y'all see Melissa, but you don't want Missy to show up to the job. You do not want Missy to come to the job. I promise you. And he knows it. He absolutely knows it. And yeah, so to avoid all of that, listen, they can say male energy, they can say whatever the heck they want to say, but do not mess with me and my teddy bear. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. So yeah, if you're catching a replay, if you're live and you're on the different streaming platforms, thank you. Y'all be rocking with me every week, 4 days a week, which is absolutely insane. But I have the time and there's so much going on. Some days I think, okay, what am I going to talk about? Clearly there's not going to be no breaking news, and there's always breaking news. And you know what? Sometimes we just come on here and just shoot the fat and then we talk about that too. But I love the fact that I'm able to give great content and y'all be here for it. So thank you. TNT whole job should know who you are. The whole job should know who you are. Oh, absolutely. They know. Oh God. When he was in the army, he used to, my wife, like he was just a love sick, homesick puppy. Absolutely. So yeah, they definitely know. And the pictures he have over the his office decorating, even now on Zoom, like on the shelf behind him in his office, I'm plastered right there. And he's like, that's my favorite picture of you, whatever, so it's sweet. It's really, really sweet. But yeah, I want to get in that conversation talking about this idea of work husbands, sharing your husbands and everything. And I thought, hey, Will and Jada was a good caveat to that. So we'll get into that. Like I said, I'm not sure if I come on live tomorrow, it's just a bonus, but I definitely will not be on Thursday. And I have to check my sports schedule for Friday as well. Because as y'all know, if you don't know, we have 2 teenagers at home. They are juniors in high school. And they both are very much involved in sports. So of course, being the parents that we are there, and always there. So yeah. And then not only my 2 kids, but then my cousin moved here and she has 3 littles in football. And y'all, sometimes we'll be in northern Arizona, then we'll head western Arizona, and then we'll be back central Arizona. So we'll be all over the place with their sports as well. So yeah, there's always a balance. And you guys know, always maintain a balance in whatever you're doing. So yeah. Whew. Y'all's friend. I can't wait to see what y'all are going to say about this, because y'all are heated. Some of y'all are heated. R. Kelly, as you know, has been found guilty for trafficking, I want to say, and racketeering. And the internets are just, what's the word? A buzz. You have the sympathizers that are just like, no, you're just bringing a black man down. And then you have the people that are like, don't let the trash take out it, or let the trash take out itself. And then you have people that are absolutely clueless, even though I don't know where they're at. So y'all, R. Kelly. Question number 1. Through all of this, have you been keeping up? I'm going to be honest with you. It's too much for me. It's too much for me to listen to. the details in the trial. So I just was getting snippets of what was happening in the trial because I didn't want to be consumed. If you know anything about me, especially if you're an empath, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And especially if you're an empath that has gone through any type of trauma or something like that, like it can immediately sink you somewhere or whatever. So I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Far as I'm concerned, I want to see what y'all say before I say far as I'm concerned. But before we get into the comments, I want you guys to hear, well, first of all, in all the commentary, Uncle Bill came out. Uncle Bill, who just got off himself, not because he was innocent or not because he was guilty, but Uncle Bill said Uncle Bill got off because of a technicality in the pre-trial foolishness and all that. So I'm not talking about him, but Uncle Bill decided to come on the scene. Let me see. Let's share screen. And Uncle Bill had this to say. Where is it? So this is the sketch in court of R. Kelly. So no, that's not what we're looking for. Let's see. Is this him saying he happy to be home? Let's see.
Hey everybody, we want to thank the Pennsylvania State Supreme Court.
Okay, that's him happy to be home. That's not it. Here we go. Here we go. This is a spokesman for here we go with these GD ads. So anyway, is it here? Nope. While that's playing, I think 7 seconds for the ad. Let's see.
What do you think is Bill Cosby personally thought about this R. Kelly situation?
We talked about it today.
But
we talked about it today, and the first thing he said, he was like, "Look, the guy was railroaded." As he said that Gloria Allred did the same thing that she did with him. You parade women out, and you stir up the public sentiment to go against him, and that's what they did to R. Kelly. My client was conviction was vacated by the Pennsylvania State Supreme Court because they saw the truth. And what we see in America today, you know, with R. Kelly.
That wasn't why it was vacated, but okay, sir, you reaching.
It's an assault on black men. And this is an assault on successful black men who are doing great things.
So when you see like those R. Kelly fans that are sticking by him, hoping that you know, maybe they look at R. Kelly, they look at Cosby's case and say maybe R. Kelly can get off. Maybe there'll be something.
Well, look,
do you see that happening?
I see R. Kelly having a strong case on appeal. And I think when he gets to the appellate court and when he gets to the highest court in the land, I think we'll see a conviction overturned. I think it's unfortunate that this man, even before he was ever brought to trial, he wasn't given bond. He had to sit in jail. We see Harvey Weinstein, who was out on bond. We see the black and white issue. We see this cancel culture issue in America. We've seen it, and we see what's the
Weinstein is trash too.
assault on successful black men who have wealth. And that's what we're seeing today. And I think what black people have to do and fans have to do is say no to Gloria Allred and her racist tactics. We see she went after Shaquille O'Neal, Tiger Woods. She only go after black men who have money and success.
What y'all think? What do y'all think? So that was a representative for Bill Cosby saying his piece. Now, what the jokes are coming in. I'm not getting into the comment section just yet because I want to set this up. Now, here I am thinking, because a lot of people are really, really confused about the charges, RICO charges and stuff like that. Let's pay attention and let's, we're going to laugh. We're definitely going to laugh because somebody's going to join my live and be big mad. But so far, I'm seeing the people have spoken. We ain't studying y'all. Like, bring the big man down. That's not this fight. So let's take a look at, shout out to the lead attorney. He's probably still live, but I caught this portion where someone was explaining the charges because a lot of people were like, why is he getting charged for RICO charges and stuff like that? So let me share with y'all a guest that is a law co-counsel, and she explained it very well. So before we get into the foolishness and mayhem of it all, R. Kelly guilty. I think it's this one. Let's see what she had to say.
Had said that. So yeah, if you're investigating the dude for that long, why in the world could you not catch this dude within the statute of limitations on that? And that's my thing. Like, a RICO is a bit of a reach, and I think if it's kind of a way for them to be like, you know what, if it works for this, it's kind of our back pocket move, just in case we can't catch other people. So I think it was wrong that they convicted him on the RICO, because clearly, at least in my opinion, I don't see how he had an organization doing it like that, where he was doing gang activity, mob level type stuff, in my opinion. But that's not to say he wasn't doing immoral and illegal things in his past. It's just, unfortunately, they didn't catch him within the legal means of the actions that he committed.
Yeah, now I can kind of see how it looks like an organization because he, you know, he needed so much of his entourage to do what he was doing. Right?
You know what? You're right. You're actually right. Yeah, he did have, because he himself could not have been able to move the way he did without help. So I'll give you that. That's
exactly right.
That's true.
Where it doesn't fit though is that usually RICO is about money. I mean, that's the whole point of a racket. A racket is a scheme to get money. And so this is like, it's an organization, but it's about sex. It's not about money. So it really doesn't, you know, it doesn't really line up to me so much, right?
So wait, Lee, they never once proved that there was some form of transactional, a financial transaction throughout the thing. They were just saying that, listen, it's an organization of sex.
I mean, I'm not sure. You know, it seems like Suzette Speaks got some knowledge on
this. I want to
this.
speak to some of this, Lead. I've been waiting. It's a happy hour, bro. I had to stay.
It's a happy hour. Suzette Speaks, guys, is co-counsel. She is an attorney down there in South Florida. Is that right?
Yes, I handle medical malpractice and car accidents and anything that has to do with personal injury, slip and fall, those type of things.
That is what's up. Let me give a quick shout out to Lillian. Am I saying that right? Lillian. No, what? Leanne? I don't know how to say that. The library. Leah in the library. I'm going to go with that. Leah in the library. Shout out with Leah in the library. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We got Ella JJ becoming a member. Ella JJ has been around forever.
She gets to the, I want to get to the point where she talks. I don't know. Hurry up, Lee.
Have a shout out to Ella JJ. Really, really appreciate you becoming a member. Yeah. Look who's got. I was talking about you, lovely one. I said, boy, I know you hated the stream yesterday. No, was it yesterday? 2 days ago? Shut up.
Hang in there, y'all. He's gonna let her talk in a minute.
That's a lovely one. Thank you so much. And I don't want to go out of order, but it did seem like, Suzette, you wanted to respond to something that Doku was saying.
I do, and I don't want to skip, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to come and speak about this. But when we are talking about what he is charged with now, I feel like most of the speakers that you've had up have been focused on what the old trial was about. Mm-hmm. They were not trying to get him for the sexual acts or the sexual assault and all these other things that were already brought up. When I've been reading about the RICO charges, it's what happened after the crime. And I don't think anyone has spoken to that as such. We have a saying in law that sometimes the cover-up is worse than the crime. What they were focusing on in terms of the prosecution was what he did to keep witnesses quiet after the fact. Nobody has been talking about that. That's the ring. That's the people going up to threaten witnesses. That's people offering the money so that these ladies don't, or the girls at the time, don't come forward. That's the threat of nude photos being released if you come forward, if you don't change your story. We're missing the point of this whole trial. We're talking about the sex crime. That's not what this was about. It's the conspiracy, as the prosecutor, I think her name is Miss Geddes, brought up in her closing arguments. She called it a settlement factory. which is what was the main crux
The
of this case.
racketeering.
You're focused on the sex crime and the parents and all that, and that all is probably true. But that's not what she was focused on. And if he had an attorney, and I didn't watch or read the transcripts like how a lot of your guests have all the sealed and unsealed stuff. But that's not what the case is about. If they're arguing Martin Luther King, you're on the wrong topic, sir. Let's
Martin
talk
Luther
about
King. Jesus Christ.
So you talking about the crime? We talking about the cover.
Wow, friends.
They're arguing.
Friends, was that not good? Because I'm not going to even front. I was focused on the girls and the sex and the this and the trafficking and all of that. And I love a smart sister. I love smart women, period. But shout out to the smart sisters in the room. And she brought that. When I saw that, I was like, because we are. As a society, as a whole, I think we're all focusing on the horrendous things that it's alleged that he did. And we're missing the point of what this actual trial is about. It's about the racketeering. They're trying to prove that he had the money and the means to intimidate witnesses and all of that. Y'all, let's talk about it. Oh boy, let's drop the link. I was about to say, if y'all don't quit chatting and come in the room, I'm gonna do like Kevin Samuels and just wait till y'all come on. I ain't gonna do that. Y'all, woo-wee. That sister really, really put that together for me. So let's read the comments while I wait for people to jump on or just to comment. So anyway, Monica. Oh. This girl is crazy. Step in the name of jail, spread them cheeks and serve them weeks. A lot of weeks. He is facing 30 good years. 30 years? Yeah. Monica is cracking up. I'm sorry. April is cracking up at Monica. Monica is like, listen, boom, boom, boom. My mind is telling me no, but my jury is saying yes. See, Monica, the jokes keep coming. No pun intended. Monica shaking my head. Y'all know I'm silly. Just laugh. Don't judge me. But a sidebar. No judgment here. I'm all about the humor. I love it. Mosaic with TJ Randolph. Hey sis, how you doing? Loved your live on Saturday. Yes, Saturday with your daughter and everything. Listen to it while we were headed to brunch with my mom. Great content over there. What I missed, Jalen, we are on story number 3, which is R. Kelly catching up. How you doing? Do the crime, do the time. That's it. That's all. Period. At Royalty Queen. And apparently, when we go by the definition or the explanation that the sister gave, it is apparent that they have evidence that they did this. The witnesses were saying that they were intimidating them and trying to pay them off and all this other stuff. Hello, everyone. He says he planned on it. Very good, baby. Listen, them trials put everything out that people don't even think about. Exactly. They don't, because I promise you, I didn't think about it. The other show that I want to show you is Roland Martin. If you used to watch Roland Martin when he was on television, he's now on YouTube full time because they outed him out. Forgot why, but he had a segment on. Let's see what he talking about. When I found this one before I found the leads, the lady talking on the leads, but I still want to share this. Let's see.
On Friday, quickly reached a verdict after a weekend hiatus. Kelly will find out that he will spend decades in prison when he is sentenced on May 4th.
Wait, I forgot he's not going to be sentenced until May 4th. My God, today. Y'all, listen, don't do the crime.
The singer still has charges pending in Illinois as well as...
You know what? He's not going to worry me. I completely forgot about that. He still has charges pending other places.
Minnesota, and of course, there's still an investigation happening in the state of Georgia.
My God.
Man. Folks, folks. So let's now talk with one of the co-founders of the Mute R. Kelly movement. She joins us now from Atlanta. Ronna K, glad to have you on the show. Let's get right to it. This is, here's what I found to be very interesting. R. Kelly could have left the country. He was found not guilty in the 2008 trial. Heat was being applied to him, chose to stay. And in talking with folks out of Chicago, in his camp's mind thinking, oh, we're going to beat this thing again. But what you saw this time, you saw the feds use a different tactic. In the first trial, it really hinged on the testimony of one young lady who was in the video. That jury did not say that there was not him on the videotape. What that jury said was they could not ascertain the age of the young girl in the video.
Okay.
This time, you had woman after woman after woman after woman after woman, and men testifying against him. And the big difference, I think, in this trial, you had people who worked for R. Kelly who also testified against him.
That's absolutely correct. And that was the strategy of our movement from the very beginning. This was a financial boycott because we understood that when it's a powerful, rich, famous, talented man against unknown women, that power dynamic can just be too hard to overcome. But when you're talking about the people around him who are enabling the behavior, who are hiding the secrets, who have the receipts, when you make it so they no longer have a financial incentive to do that, all the chips are going to fall and all the truth is going to come out. And it's going to make it harder to deny what we already know to be true. And so we use that strategy as a way to try to build awareness, but also to kind of pull down that wall of silence that had been insulating him for so long, because that wall was made of money. That wall was made of concert fees. That wall was made of radio spins. That wall was made of streaming. And that is what had kept him from justice for so long. But you take away somebody's financial incentive to protect someone they know to be a serial child molester, and the truth comes out. The feds come knocking on your door and you're not getting lawyers, I think, at a certain point, realizing this is fruitless and quitting. So you keep having to change lawyers and stuff. But there was nothing here that they could really fall back on, other than just hoping that the jury might still have a soft spot for R. Kelly and let him off like they did the first time.
What do you make? I mean, I had people who were tweeting me, emailing me.
Listen to this part, and then I'm going to end it.
Read the transcripts. These folks are lying. I mean, this, he went by Pied Piper, but this hold that he has on some black folks, I mean, they were absolutely bonkers.
It's crazy.
Literally saying our coverage was shameful and wrong, and read the transcripts. At one point, the attorney for one woman walked out of the courtroom and discussed. They were just throwing all kind of stuff out.
Well, if you think you've gotten those emails, then you should look at my inbox. But I think that, we are so hardwired as a community to want to protect Black men against everything. And when we see what looks like a concerted effort to quote unquote bring a Black man down, we will throw logic out the window. We will do every level of mental gymnastics. We will bend ourselves into a pretzel to figure out how to continue to defend these people, even as we see the evidence of their crimes, not against white America, not against the greater society, but against us, against our children, against our own very bodies. We will still try to figure out ways to make it so that it's not their fault. And
there you go. Let's talk about it. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. Yeah. So, hey, if you're catching this, you're just walking in, catching a replay. Hey, welcome. I'm Melissa Berrien. Welcome. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Like button, notification bell, bing, 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 all that craziness. But anyway, more importantly, let's talk about it. Don't just subscribe. Don't just watch. I love the commentary. And that's what keeps me coming live, because I love to hear from you guys. So let's talk about it, y'all. Okay. Drop a thumbs up if you are team R. Kelly. You're trying to bring the black man down. No judgment here at all. And if you don't want to cam up or talk about it, that's fine too. But it's okay if that's what you believe. Like, I don't have a dog or a child in that fight. So, and thumbs down if you're just like, no, that's not what this is. That's not what this is. He did the crime. Where's that comment? He did the crime. He needs to do the time. Let's see. Sex trafficking is definitely a no-no. Man, he messed up really bad. It sounds like from what the one lawyer was saying and what the other lady was, what Roland Martin was saying also, you know, he did it, but he got off because with the tape, they couldn't really tell how old the little girl was. So it wasn't like, you know, he could say, oh, I didn't urinate on blah, 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 blah. But we all know you can't get arrested for immoral, crazy sex habits. But when the question is whether this was a minor or not, that's the point. And they said that they couldn't tell. Some people say, you know what, clearly she was a minor. I did not see it. I just don't get down like that. Y'all, you know, go find the video. So anyway, if you saw the video, tell me, was it clear that this was a child? And I think, don't quote me, but I think the person who it actually was ended up coming and saying, hey, that was me. And I was 12 at the time, or I was whatever at the time, allegedly. Tanya says, hello, everyone. I did not know he had an older sister, and it seems they were trying to blame her and in someone besides the parents of those girls. Maybe I'm wrong. I think if I remember correctly, Surviving R. Kelly, I think that they mentioned his sister, and they mentioned her I don't want to talk about, I don't know, but Surviving R. Kelly did highlight his sister and the foolishness and mayhem that they endured as young children. Sick. Monica said he did it. He nasty. I'm not being biased. It's so overdue. That's on you. Yay, go team. Yes. That's what Monica says. Hashtag he did it. Hashtag he nasty. Hashtag I'm not being biased. And hashtag it's overdue. You know, and that's the thing. I do hear so much. Oh, you bring the black man down. And you know what? If that black man who finds himself on trial for something that there is evidence for, or in this case, racketeering or trying, or whatever the RICO charges were, if he finds himself in that situation, how about instead of talking to people saying, bring the black man down, how about we begin to talk about the black man and talk to the black man and let him know, hey, buddy, that's not a good idea. Not a good idea. He did the crime. He needs to do the time. Way overdue. Let's be real. The parents that let the girls go off alone with them should do time as well. So Shannon, I don't know if you just saw the video where, and I already X'd out of it, but a lawyer explained what the charges were actually in this case. He beat the case with the molestation and all of that previously because they couldn't tell the ages of the girls. This trial, yes, that had an aspect to it, but this trial was more so about racketeering charges and my brain just went blank, but more so about what he did after he was proven innocent. So did you try to buy the witnesses? Did you try to intimidate the witnesses? Where is your money going? That's what this trial is about. And I played a tape about it or whatever, but absolutely, if he would have been found guilty in the first trial, I absolutely think a separate conversation besides this trial. Absolutely. These parents are culpable in this. Absolutely. There's a certain trust and exploitation that a lot of parents allow to happen to their daughters when either, or children, when either they become child stars or when there's a thought that they will become a star or be able to hang around a star. Quick story. My daughter can sing very well, and she always wanted to go to auditions and stuff like that. And I would always tell her, I said, you know what, if you ever make it big and you go to Hollywood, I will be your manager because I will not leave you to the sharks. And she would always question, like, why? And I told her, I said, you can always tell the parents that were there. You know, a Zendaya, a Yara Shahidi, Marseille Martin. Come on, drop the names down below. You can absolutely tell the kids Bow Wow up until a certain point. Bow Wow, I mean, yeah, he's an adult now. He's doing whatever he's doing, but you can absolutely tell that Bow Wow's parents were in his life. There are kids that, you know, oh, my kid can sing, and oh my goodness, I'm so lucky they get to be with R. Kelly, and you just let them go to a concert. Like, who the heck does that? So absolutely, I think that's part of the conversation. But for the sake of this trial, unfortunately, that wasn't on the table as far as what they were going for as far as conviction. I have followed the trial, but I know how the industry is. I haven't followed the trial, but I know how the industry is. I've always believed it sexed young girls. It was a common thing back then. So yeah, big guy. It was very common. And you know what? I often say that when it relates to the Bill Cosby case, when you think about the 70s, I grew up in the 80s. That was the culture. Does it make it right? No, but that's what they were doing back then. Couch surfing and everything. And I think that stuff still happens today. Oh, you want to be on my album? Then blah, 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 or whatever, however that looks. But I wish I hadn't deleted that live where the lady really explained how and why we shouldn't be focused on the sex crimes right now. I had a lawyer, she was on the lead attorney's live, and I played back how she explained so eloquently how our focus is misdirected for the trial. It's good to have the conversation. Absolutely. The girls were sexed young and all of that, but that's not what he was being tried for. That's how come the RICO cases don't make sense, because we're focusing on the wrong thing. She explained that this case was about what he did after that trial, intimidated witnesses. They followed the money. That's how come the RICO charges are in play. So yes, I agree 100%. I do think the parents should be held accountable. I agree, Big Guy Journey. Miss B Finesse. Hey, Melissa. Hey. Now, one scenario regarding R. Kelly that messed me up once I got deeper into it was Aaliyah. It was some sick madness going on with that, but I can only imagine on the flip side, the things she endured. You know, in recent years, we're getting more and more of that story. We're getting more and more of how significantly the age difference, what really was happening. And I too am interested in that since this trial or whatever. But yeah, very, very, very disheartening what she probably endured. Because think about it, she was his wife. And the things that came out in both trials, as far as what he did, how he did, and what he liked and all that, child, please. You know, but again, I want to focus the attention now that I know better. I want to do better. And I want to talk about the RICO charges. I want to talk about how they followed the money. And that's what this trial was about. He was not on trial for the crimes that he did and what he committed to the girls. And yeah, he got off because they couldn't tell how old she was, allegedly. Good day, chat. I grew up on Aaliyah. I know the entire scenario wasn't what she wanted. It was forced. She thought she arrived. Her family was trash, but she fell victim. I said what I said, pounded and no cap. Hey, you know, we all have our opinions here. I don't know enough about it to be like, yeah, girl, I know. I just know on a very surface level, you have this, what was he, 27? How old was he? And she was what? Give me the ages. And, you know, I remember the interview. And, you know, are y'all married? Are y'all, you know, that whole thing. And so if her parents decided to allow her to get married to R. Kelly, was that illegal? No, probably not. Probably not, because it was a legal marriage. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. People marry, okay, she was 13. People marry all the time, especially different cultures and stuff like that. Like the parents have to sign off, and it happens all the time. I bet if we sat in front of a courtroom, we'd see it all the time. And so if the parents signed off on it, we have to question why. At 13, did you think that Aaliyah was ready for marriage? Why did you think that? And then, you know, unfortunately, she went to the grave with those secrets with that relationship. Rest in heaven, Aaliyah. Miss Aaliyah is so sad. Seems like her music still has never been matched today. That's a whole nother live, because I think her music, oh, I'm not a fan like that. No. At the top of my head, Sierra will give her a run for her money. Absolutely. I mean, Aaliyah's Aaliyah, God rest the dead. And her music is what her music is, but she unmatched. You're pushing it, Mrs. B. Now. Yeah. So anyway, I think she was 13. Selena Johnson told the story of Kelly wanted her to come to the studio a long time ago. She was married, brought husband Kelly, got mad and canceled. Is this Selena? Geez, I'm going to sound really crazy, but I don't know who Selena Johnson is. The only Selena Johnson I know is the one on Bring It. Is that who we're talking about? Sanjay and Star and Sky's mom. That's the only Selena Johnson I know. I'm sorry. But yeah, either way it goes, I can see that. She said, no, ma'am. Okay. Opinions are what they are. I just feel different because it all at the end of the day was wrong. It was all at the end of the day, it is wrong. And this whole idea of, quote, bringing a Black man down. And I agree with the sister that we just listened to, where she said this, uncanny ability for some people in the Black community to want to protect a Black man. That's why we have things like different crimes that are being committed, and the women will go down to jail and go down for the crime and take the, and so it's like, it's just insane how sympathetic people are when the evidence is right there. No, she was on R&B Divas. Okay. Thank you. I'm like, that's the only Selena I know. Oh my goodness. I must feel different. Okay, you said that already. I mean, vibes and era. Aaliyah was higher than Beyonce and Sierra. Back then. I'm in a whole different era and everything. So no, she was an R&B and diva. Thank you, Monica. She just different. Okay. So yeah, we listened to those two ladies speak on the trial. Like I said, I really appreciate the attorney that was on the lead attorney show, because she really refocused my attention, because I thought when I was preparing for this live that we were going to talk about the gross atrocities, and yay, he finally got it. And we could still talk about that. But honestly, she put the focus back where it needs to be. It needs to be on the fact that this was for racketeering, and this was for, God, what was the other one? The trafficking or whatever. So no, he was not on trial this time about the sex crimes and stuff like that. That was just a part of it. But really, like the attorney said on the video, it's really about his behavior after all this happened, after he was found innocent in the last trial, or not guilty, rather, in the last trial, and what his behaviors were as a result, the intimidation and all of that. So, yeah, all hearts and minds are clear. It's very interesting. So make sure if you're catching the replay, yes, we covered 3 topics. We started off on Miss Kelly Price and her foolishness and mayhem. Then we definitely agreed that she at least owes her fans an apology. She at least should come out and y'all never told me. Leave a comment down below. You never told me. Do celebrities owe to their fans, or like even myself, if I just disappear, shut down my channel, you've invested time, hours, some of you from day one. Do I owe you an explanation as to where I am? I think I do. I think I do. Being realistic, if Aaliyah was still alive, there would be a Beyonce, there would be a Sierra, but collectively Aaliyah had it. Okay. Do you believe Kelly? Do you believe Kelly lied to her family? You gotta catch the replay, but in short, I think that she's allegedly, in my opinion, I believe that she's in a very toxic relationship that is causing her to isolate herself and isolate herself from her family, and that is problematic. So as a result, her going ghost and all this other stuff probably was not something that was new. But when the family knew that she was released from the hospital, all of that, that's when they became concerned, allegedly. But the text messages and stuff, from what I understand from the sister's report, that went dry a month ago. So yes, she lied. She lied because, number one, allegedly, according to the reports, the family didn't even know she was married. They're still referring to him as the boyfriend. And then they find out through social media that the boyfriend is no longer the boyfriend. He is now the husband. So, yeah. Yes, at some point, or have a publicist do it. Absolutely. And the publicist came out. But the thing is, the publicist came out, or was it? It wasn't a publicist. It was somebody close to her, whatever. And they were like, "Oh, she's fine." But the problem is the family didn't lay eyes on her. They didn't know where she was. You know, they just was like, "Listen, wave a red flag. We just want to know that you're okay." Because what a white flag. What raised their concern was when they went to the house and the boyfriend wasn't cooperative, or who they thought was the boyfriend. So anyway, catch that feedback, catch that, because the comments were really, really off the chain and really, really good about that. And then of course, Will and Jada and their not so secretly opened relationship. And then finally, yes, R. Kelly. You know, we rounded that conversation out very well. Oh, good observation. Yes, it went dry with the fam. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. You know, the community, it's one thing to have no communication with the fans, you know. Oh, I'm taking a break from YouTube and I'm not going to announce it. But then I take a break from YouTube and none of my families don't even get a text from me, and my children don't get a text from me. Weird energy going on here. I don't think you or them owe us an explanation. In her case, when everyone thinks she's missing, I do. I beg to differ. And I guess it just depends on how you view your channel and your brand and everything else like that. I look at it like this, especially the people that have been with me from the beginning, but even the people that are just today, click the subscribe button. You have an expectation. Monday and Tuesday, 4 o'clock. Thursday and Friday, 4 o'clock. I'm here. That is my commitment. And we get to know each other. You laugh. You want to know about the pool update. You want to know about the sports. You want to know when my kids graduate, when my anniversary, my birthday, the next trip. Like, it's a relationship. And so I think about that. I don't owe you why I'm leaving. I don't owe you the specifics. But if you've invested your time, your hours, your, you know, Blessed Reborn is on here, and she walks every night with me in her ear, right? I owe you guys. People send me super chats, super stickers, cash apps, and everything else. I absolutely owe it to people who have gotten me this far to say, you know what, I just need a break. I don't have to tell you why. I don't have to tell you anything. And that's the thing. Absolutely. If it comes to the point where it's like breaking news, Kelly Price is missing, and they did a missing person. She's on the missing persons list. I'm not saying she has to come out into the public to tell them she's okay, but absolutely FaceTime your doggone kids, and your kids will say, y'all, hold up. Because I can see myself coming to the window and going, I'm fine, y'all. Like, no, for real. Or going live going, I'm sorry to scare y'all. That wasn't what that was. And you don't have to explain anything. Like, she led her reappearance with all this COVID talk. I don't care about all that. That's your personal business. I hope you heal. I hope you get well. People just wanted to know if you're okay. If I disappeared on social media with my teeny tiny platform compared to hers, I know that that would be problematic. Like those of you who follow the Roz, like people are really concerned, even though you know she's, you know, whatever, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, yeah, I think I do. All she had to do was make the video sooner and this would have not been, period, Tanya. I agree 100%. I'm back, had to do a delivery for a customer food order. I mentioned drama and narcissists. Exactly, Tanya. Wow, says Lakeisha. Oh yeah, I agree with that. It's different because you have a scheduled show. Exactly. So, and it's a scheduled show that I've actually built, right? So, like I said, people expect me to be here and they're kind of spoiled. Like, you know, let me not come on for 2 to 3 days. Melissa, where you been? I tried it. No, I'm just kidding. I always let y'all know when I'm not going to be on. So anyway, let me see if I can get this video. Now that I have, thank you, Bless. Hit the like button, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. As a matter of fact, what she's telling me is run that beautiful bean footage, Melissa. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Right now, do it. Right now, do it. So y'all, I had this, so yes, right now, do it. Whatever platform you're on, right now, do it. Interact. Thank you for my new subscribers. I am on the road to 2,000. Let me check where I'm at. I'm very close to 2,000. I like to say I'm on the road to 5,000 because I like to shoot my shot like way far. So I'm on the road to 5,000. And I am currently at 1,756. So let's get those subscribers up. Thank you for the, nope, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you to those who have already subscribed. It's actually a huge blessing. And those of you that comment and interact, let's see if I can get that video up for you single ladies.
On
Where is it?
part 1, part 2 of the Love, Dating, and Marriage series videos. If you haven't, here's a brief recap of what the husbands had to say.
We'll go back to the reality. A lot of women are competing with women.
Questions we're answering on the back end. Yes, 20-year-old Melissa was a mess. 20-year-old Melissa, yes, read my mind. 20-year-old, you know, all of that. But at 48, you are absolutely correct. But our answers are going to be, no, I don't get mad at him. Like, I have to tell him what I want, or I have to tell him what I expect. So it's a little bit different in this conversation because you are dealing with people that, like he said, I know what I should call him about, and I know what I don't have to call him about.
Had like an almost 20-year marriage, but she said that they met in their 30s. So that was, but still, you guys.
Well, we actually met in college. We got married years ago that were horrible. I would never accept in a relationship. I would never do in a relationship. A lot of that has changed. I want to address when he talked about many men don't want to tell their women that they have to stay fit and all that. Well, the idea of what fit is a lot different at 40 than it was at 20. Relationship. So I think a lot of his perspective, the reason it sounds like it doesn't apply here is that you're just dealing with people who are more mature.
Right.
The next day. Single ladies, the men are speaking. Specifically, What the Funk Is This had a lot to say. Big Guy Journey, you also, shout out to you also. You guys gave great commentary, great questions, great feedback on that video. But now I'm calling out the ladies. I want to hear from the single ladies because it's nice to get the men's perspective, but I want to put together a panel where you both have a respectful conversation to just air out some things, get an understanding, chop it up a little bit, and hopefully, maybe there'll be a matchmaking going on there as a result. So yeah, y'all chime in. I'm gonna link my email below if you are single and you're interested in joining in a panel. Yes, you have to cam up. Yes, you need to make sure that your beautiful face is live. And we're just gonna have a doggone discussion about everything that What the Funk brought up, Big Guy Journey, and whatever else I have in my little noggin. So If you're interested in joining this panel and you're every bit of single, leave me an email or a comment below.
Thank you. So what y'all think? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, thank you, Bless. So yeah, y'all, if you're single, I'm calling all singles. My email is linked down below. I already got Shannon's commitment. I know what the funk. Big guy, can I count on you to come in? I just think that the conversation needs to happen, not between us single people, married people, but it also needs to happen amongst you guys. And just like I said, maybe, just maybe, there'll be a love connection. Because I got to show y'all my comment. Want the funk. If those of you that watched it, he said something to the fact that after watching the video and everything, he said, y'all are almost giving me hope that love and marriage does work. And y'all, it does work. And it just takes work. That's all. So anyway, Pamela says, that's great. Thank you. So yeah, y'all leave me an email, or it don't matter because y'all have YouTube subscriptions. I'm going to find you. I'm just telling you right now. I already know in my head who I'm going to call on to have an intelligent conversation. Not all this and all of that, but a nice, mature conversation. Bless Reborn says, awesome. It's going to be great. Girl, you did that when you asked me that question. This stemmed from your question. Give yourself a little huggy hug, because I appreciate you, because the content is just going. So I really appreciate it, Bless. And again, do like she did. If there's something that you feel like, you know what, I wonder what Melissa thinks about this, or I wonder if she can put a panel together and talk about that, leave me an email. I still have a couple of subjects that were requested. And so absolutely leave me an email. It's melissaberrien0@gmail.com. And I will definitely look at it, review it, and see what I can do. So anyway, yes, I'll be a part of the panel. Keep me updated. I will. So once I get what I'm going to do is email me. Email me, y'all who are interested, so that way I can get your email address, and then I'll go from there, because that's how I'll solely communicate with you guys. So anyway, my friends, I really, really, really appreciate those of you that joined me live, those of you that were waiting in the wings before I even came on, those of you that left and came back. It was a great conversation, y'all. Don't forget to support the channel in monetary and non-monetary ways. I appreciate both. You guys are great. Let's see. When I'm giving my goodbyes and then I see comments, I'm always so eager. I want to make sure I read it, but then if it gets crazy, I can't. But anyway, so yeah, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Again, Thursday, I have sports. And so I will be back on Friday, I think, but I might have another sport. The daughter might have a sport that day too. But in the event that happens, y'all always know I don't leave you without content. So with that being said, Blessed Reborn Spirit says, marriage is like making a delicious cake. You have to have all the right ingredients. You can't bake a cake with salt. Or be like me, add too much salt. I bake much better now. So anyway, my friends, thank you for hanging out with me. Be the reason why somebody smiles, especially your spouse. And I'll see you guys soon.